Welcome, welcome, welcome. For some reason, I can't get my face cam on, so give me just a second here, and we will get that face cam figured out. Face cam must be being used by some other program, so let me try to find it. That way we can turn it on, because I can see it. I know what it is. There. Alright. So let's get back into it. Oh well, you saw some email. Don't care. Ha! Figured it out! Awesome. Hey, it wouldn't be a live stream if I didn't have a technical problem, so, you know, whatever, here we are. Anyways, how are things going, Allison? How are you doing? Hanging out here on the new live stream. This one is going to be a little bit different. We are going to make a part for the shop. We're going to talk about it here in just a minute, but we're going to give people a little bit of time to come hang out. While we're at it, if there's anything from the Monstercat library that you all would like to hear, let me know. And there's a reason that we play it. It is because we pay for it and we can hang out. How's it going, Dad's RC Workbench? I saw you commented on one of our videos. I have been in solid meetings, so I apologize for not getting back to you. I will after this live stream. We're going to be doing some Fusion 360, as always here. This one's for the shop. I'm excited for this. This is my first, like, personal project in a while. I'm going to give you guys some sneak peeks into some future videos that are going to be coming out that include LEDs, because everyone loves LEDs. Yeah, I know, Dad's RC Workbench, but I don't know, it still feels weird when people comment and I don't get to them in a timely manner. It's like leaving an email unread. It's like, it just bothers me. I want to hang out. I want to talk cool things. And I want to make cool stuff too. Alrighty. Well, I figure we're going to hang out. And by the way, if you're just joining us, we are going to be making some shop parts here at 3D Musketeers. And while you're at it, leave this stream a like. And I would say that I would pet the cat, but she's not around today. So we got the stunt double. The stunt double is hanging out with me right now. And we're going to make some awesome for you guys today. 3DM is going through a bit of a change. And because of that, we've got, well, some more printers, and we've actually had them. I just never set them up, and yeah, I don't know, my fault maybe. Dad's RC Workbench is saying, just made a kayak mount in Fusion last night. That's pretty dope. Probably better than what I can do in Fusion, but that's why I have engineers. This is just fun because it's a raw way to get to know the business owner, and I don't know, for more than just the Grant Rants, which is how a lot of you found this channel. So, anyways, my name is Grant. That's not a joke. My name is actually Grant. And I do rant every now and then, so if you came for a very well-structured live stream, you could probably just leave right now, because it ain't going to be one of those. But, by the way, anything that we make on here, if you guys want to print it at home, let me know, and I will actually share the Fusion file so you guys can take a look at it and learn, because that's what all this is about. So he said it was a simple circle with 5mm screw holes, and you know, for you and I, that's a real simple thing. But when the average person looks at Fusion and all the things that comes involved with it, they're like, I don't know, man, I don't know if this is for me. And I feel that in my soul because, well, it's not that easy. It is if you give it time, and that's why I'm doing this, because it's gonna be real, it's gonna be raw, and whether you like it or not, we're gonna do it together. So, but I hope you like it. I hope you leave a like on this video. Hey, shameless plugs all over here at 3D Musketeers. Anyways, we have, so this shelf, and I'm going to show you guys around a little bit, but there's a shelf over there. See that shelf? The shelf up there used to be full of resin printers. They're no longer there. They're actually over there, but the lighting gets in the way, so you don't get to see that. Oh, I should put up Big Grant. We'll bring up Big Grant for a minute. So, up there used to be all of our resin printers. They're gone. I've moved them over to this side of the office because they work better over here. And we are going to put, as you can see, there is a Prusa Mini over there. I was getting some of my my sizing set up. And we are actually going to be making parts inside of Fusion that will fit over there. So the idea is we are going to build enclosures for 2 Prusa Minis and 2 Mark 3Ss. I'm going to move 2 of the Mark 3Ss behind me, probably the 2 middle ones. That way there's some variation in my background. And put them over there with the Minis. So there'll be 2 Minis that go over there too. Dad's RC Workbench says, I am still trying to get the measurements between screw holes dialed in on any design. So the trick, especially if you're 3D printing it, give yourself way more tolerance than you need, but you can run tolerance cubes. Angus from Maker's Muse has a great tolerance test print that I recommend. But remember, when you crank up your speed, because of the way that jerk works, and for those that don't know what jerk is in 3D printers, jerk is the setting that the machine says, okay, I need to move right to here, but it's going to move a little bit past. It's your acceleration, deceleration zones. The faster you move, the more that jerk comes into play. For a really, really slow print, it's no big deal. When you're running a really fast print, you will notice jerk in the form of ghosting, and ghosting can be a pain in the ass. 0.5 millimeter, if you're not getting it to fit with 0.5 millimeter, I'd be looking at some of your settings. Our tolerance is 0.15 here, and that's on a Mark 3S running about 110 millimeters a second on PLA. I don't know the Voxel Lab Proxima, so you know what? Let's just look it up together. Because I can. Let's look it up. Oh, Grant hit the key. What is the Voxel Lab? Oh, okay, it's a resin printer. Okay. I mean, honestly, that's not that bad. Let me see its, Go away, honey. Let me see it, because they're all going to run Qi 2 box, right? So, ultimately, they're all basically the same machine. So, what we want to look at is their print size, 125 by 68 by 155. Yeah, I mean, it's your box standard resin printer. I know, and I was going to put it up on our social media. I don't know if I ever did, but Anycubic had a sale, oh, here, you'll see the big wash and cure. By the way, I just bought this. What? It's down to 200 bucks. I bought it for 169, but it was supposed to be 250, so they must have lowered their price. But I'll be doing a review video on this very soon as I can get a weekend where the Better 3/4 and I can do it together, because it is way too big for me to pick up on my own. But I know that they had one of their printers that was on crazy sale. So let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this. It was on sale for like $100, but it's small, so it's smaller than you think. Its entire build volume is 97 by 54 by 150. So if your prints can fit in that volume and that's all you're ever going to print in, honestly, that's a pretty good price. But, I mean, that's not a bad printer either, this Voxel Lab. Me, personally, I like Anycubic. Or not Anycubic, Elegoo. I like the Elegoo Mars. Elegoo Mars has been one of my favorite 3D printers. I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. We have some parts printers, and one of them is actually going to be going to Brad. It needs a new screen, and I'm not going to go through the effort to give it a new screen. Yeah, Creality had that combo sale. I highly recommend those wash and cure stations, like, a ton. I was having Big Grant the entire time, when Little Grant would have been more useful. I like Anycubic's wash and cures. Given their original wash and cure, I went through 2 motherboards on it before I finally gave up and just bought the version for, Elegoo's version, their Mercury Plus 2. So if you are looking at a wash and cure, I'd recommend the Elegoo version. We did a video all about affordable resin 3D printers. Go check that out, because there are affiliate links there, and that helps us out. Yes, I believe all of the new Elegoo Marses are all monos. And so you're looking at about the same price, right? So about 160 there. I think yours is about 160 as well. If it's me, I'm going to buy Elegoo because I personally had such a great experience with them. So I recommend them personally. But, yeah, I don't know. It's up to you, but let me know. And, hey, if you don't mind, I'd love to give you an affiliate link so we can get a little bit of commission on it because... boy, howdy, did I not realize how expensive some of these videos were going to be to produce, but is what it is. But yeah, let's, I guess let's jump right into it, right? So let's get rid of Chrome because we don't need that where we're going. What we do need, though, is we need to come over to Open Build. So I'm going to bring this over real quick so you guys can see what's going on. I am pulling some of the... there's my live stream, by the way. You can actually see yourself on the live stream. But I am going to be pulling some CAD models. So Open Builds, we're going to be using Open Builds 2020 V-Slot in this upcoming project. So to do that, I need to pull their models. Now, I believe I already have them, but I just don't feel like trying to find them. So I'm just going to pull it. So let's see. These really haven't been updated in a long time, but that is okay. Where is our parts library? Download not available. Must be logged in to do that. Cool potatoes. All right, let me log into GrabCAD, and you know what? I'm gonna go to BRB real quick. That way I can probably try to find it inside of my systems. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Found it. I got my Open Builds parts libraries. This is their parts library that I've had since 2018 to give you an idea of how many times I've used it. Used it all the friggin' time. We are looking for their linear rail, and we're looking for their V-slot. Now, I buy V-slot in 1,000 millimeter sections. That's not incredibly necessary, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and drag and drop this in. So yes, you can go online. You can download it from GrabCAD. It doesn't really matter where you get it from, but just make sure you get these parts because these are going to be pretty pivotal. So we're going to go and bring all that in. I need to close that. This V-slot is what we're going to build the entire thing out of. And so let me bring some on screen as to what V-slot looks like. I'm going to go to Big Grant real quick because I want to show you some V-slot since I have some hanging out. Is there an easier piece of V-slot that I can pick up than this? No? All right. Parts might fall over. We're going to grab it. All right, it's a big piece that we were working on. So this, by the way, is the size of our biggest 3D printer that we have. It's 16 inches square. You can also see all the lighting that we have here to make these videos possible. That's kind of cool. But there you go. So this thing is made out of acrylic. This is a stand-in panel, but it is this profile here. So this profile that you see, that is linear rail, and this is the Open Builds V-slot. Now this is 20 across, but it's 40 millimeters tall. So this would be called 2040. I'm going to use for this thing 2020. And it's not because we all hated 2020. It wasn't a great year. I'll be curious to see if wines made in 2020 will ever be called a good year. Will a sommelier say, well, that was just a good year? Because anyone that was alive in 2020 is like, nah, it really wasn't. But I don't know. Maybe wine production was better back then. Who knows? I'm just having fun at this point. All right. So we got our part in there, and we need to bring it in. So we are going to actually, because of the way all this works, and I guess, let's see. I probably want to start from the front, right? Yeah, front works. So start from the front. We'll do a sketch. We'll create the sketch. We're literally going to click Finish Sketch, and we're going to save this because it's actually required for you to throw things in there. So... and you might be saying, Grant, why the heck are you building your own printer enclosure? And for those that are just joining us, we are actually building 3D printer enclosures so that we can start printing higher temp materials. But like, why the heck are you going to build that when you can just straight up buy it? That upload is still in progress. Good lord. Okay. Jeez. And it's because, well, your average 3D printer enclosure, so like Wham Bam makes a great one, but they're like $150. You can get, so if you have like 1 or 2 3D printers, just go buy photo booths, like a 16-inch square photo booth that you would take, like, you know, they've got like the white drop cloth that you can put your pictures of, you can put your products in there and take fancy photos and crap of it. Go buy one of those, because that will actually work better for you than this. This is because we have a bunch of printers, and I want to make it modular, and because this is fun, and is now also a write-off. Anyways, let's get into it. We're going to right-click the V slot. We're going to insert into current design, and you guys can take a look as to what we're doing here. So this is V slot. So if we look at the bottom of it, it is, well, the reason they call it V slot. Boy, you are just making so much noise today. We have our Fusion 3 running, and it just every now and then it starts to get a little picky about its retraction, so I apologize that it's a little bit noisy. But, yeah, this is V-slot because the slot is V'd. I know. I know. Boom. I know. But we use V-slot because you can also put wheels in here. So we use this to build 3D printers because in the event that you need to run a wheel through it, that V helps keep that wheel center as it's moving. And yes, for V-slot, you use V-wheels. I know. It's like the naming scheme is made by 5-year-olds and actually makes sense. This isn't the iPhone 12s Plus Max, although I guess I can't really say anything because of the Prusa i3 MK3s Plus. I'm looking at you, Joe. Anyways, let's get this piece in there. I don't know which way it's located, but that is okay for what we're doing. We just really need to get that model. And really, this was just to show you guys. I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm probably just going to use a 20mm block, just because it's easier to use than this. Now, what you can do here is actually project this entire sketch and end up actually moving it across a path. So you can do, is it a sweep? Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah, you could do a sweep. So maybe we'll do that if I get so inclined, but I want to move the sketch. I want to move this there, and that way the sketch comes afterwards. So when I do my sketch, I will be able to see my part. So my sketch is here, that is there. And so I've got some measurements that I took, and I don't have the ones for the Mini just yet, so I need to pull those really, really quickly and figure out the physical dimensions of a Prusa Mini. Also, my music is really loud. Let me turn that down. Alright, I can hear myself think. Alright, so I'm going to pull the dimensions for the Prusa Mini, because I think that is important. The printer dimensions are this. Mini is 15 by 15 by 13, so it's tall by 13. Now, if we look, our machines are at least 18 wide, and I want to go to probably... I can't go 20, can I? Are these really 18 wide? I've got at least 20mm between my Prusas, so... who knows? But we're going to do them so they're fully modular. And the idea here is that we will be able to properly set things up. If that makes sense. And so, instead of having individual blocks, I'm going to have rails going across the top, rails going across the back, and rails going across maybe the bottom. I haven't figured out if I'm going to do bottom parts yet. Probably won't, because there's really no point in wasting the material. But, and then we'll have individual dividers. And... how are we going to keep the heat in? Well, inside of the slot here, we've got how much room? Let's find out. We've got from here to here. We have 6.25mm, which is about 1/4 of an inch. So we can use a 1/4 inch thick acrylic, but I'm probably going to use 1/8 inch thick acrylic, and in some places 1/8 inch thick wood. And you might say, Grant, what about fire hazards? The shelves are made of wood. Like, the shelves have an 1/8 inch thick piece of wood as the bottom, so... they're Prusas, right? This isn't an ANET A8. This isn't, you know, something like that. These are good printers that don't have those problems. And yes, there is something to be said there, and we could make it all out of metal, but one, it would just cost too darn much, and the cheap enclosures that everybody recommends are also flammable. So, I have a 5-pound fire extinguisher in this office, so if something goes wrong, we're gonna send it with some fire extinguisher goodness. So, I'm not too concerned about it overall, to be quite honest. And of course, now that I said it, something's gonna go wrong. We all know that's how that works. Let's see. Alright, so let's get to building. I'm going to honestly get rid of that because I think it's just going to impede me. So from the front, we've got to make some sketches. So when we look at our printer sizing, we've got the MK3S, which is when we want the no filament, because we hang our filament off of the machine itself. And if you are wondering, or off the shelving, and if you're wondering how we do that, stay tuned for tomorrow's Time-Lapse Tuesday, Time-Lapse Thursday, because we're going to show it off there. So anyways, let's get down to it. So let's go with... We'll do our height first. We have 38 centimeters. I'm going to go straight to 40 centimeters, which I think is fine, because we have 18¼ inches between them from shelf to shelf. So 18¼ So if we make it 18 or less, we're fine. And 40 centimeters, I have to do that because I don't know, is 15.75. So let's make these 15.75 inches and we should be fine. We'll do a line, come up here, 15.75 inches. Cool beans. We are going to do an offset here, an offset here, and we're going to go 20 millimeters away. We're going to do some lines in between them. So this is just going to represent our 2020. Now, we have to decide how are we going to fit all these together, and I already have an idea. I've been thinking about this for a while, because the big question is, how do you deal with the front? Right? So you're going to have a full enclosure, but if your front doesn't either, so if this is your front, if it doesn't open or slide, you don't really have a way to get things done. Right now, I'm thinking that I want to do a slide that should viably leave me with enough room to pass filament through a gap. And if it doesn't, I'll just drill a hole in one of the things and pass filament through a darn hole. I think sliding makes the most sense. I can just slide it up, and we can just literally pull the panel straight out, put it on the top shelf or somewhere else. We can maybe build a little holder for the panel. But eventually, we might decide to go to something that swings out, and it's really easy to make those changes. But you have to think about the fact that you're not going to have a support going across the front. But we do know that because we want to slide out the front, that the front, you don't want the part to be butted up like this. We want it to be butted up like this. That way we have that smooth slot coming out. So, to determine all of this, let's go from here to here. That should be 20. Why are you not... Why are you doing this to me today? Did your brother do this too? Is this why we can't have nice things? No, you're fine. Alright. So that's our front. Now we know the MK3S is 18 inches wide. We know the Mini is 15. I think if we make them 19 each, we should be fine. But see, here's the odd thing. My shelves are 6 feet long. But unless I'm an idiot... Am I an idiot? I'm going to do some math. 18 times 4. 18 times 4 is exactly 72. Those machines are not that close. I don't think that's right. Let me go measure. Let me go measure, because that... What? That doesn't make any sense. So give me just a second. Ow! Oh, it hurts to walk. It hurts to walk. Alright, let's measure real quick. Yeah, that's not right. They're 16. They're 16 and a half even. And yes, I'm just kind of taking rough measurements by eye. Call it 17. If we call it 18, we know we'll be fine. So that's what we'll do. We're gonna call them 18. And the cool thing is I'll get a real measurement later. And if for some reason I'm wrong, I just go fix it again. It's so cool the way all this stuff works. But that's the thing. I'm like, there's no way they're 18 because those shelves are only 6 feet long. And I can fit 4 of them, and they are not butt up against each other. There's 20 millimeters of room in between them. I measured. So, all right. Let's do this. So, we're going to... Oh, God. Grant, come on, dude. It's been a weird day, so I apologize. Alright, so I want to do an X line here. And I want to put a point in the center here. What I want to do is I want to do the distance between that point and this line to be... Is it 9 centimeters that it needs to be? Yep. What? No. 9 centimeters. So, now when I just go to mirror everything, it'll be fine. I probably should have started on the side. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have started on the side. Oh well, don't care. So let's get into it. Is that all that I need on the front? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, let's mirror it. Mirror line. Bop. What? Dang it. Whatever, let's just manually select things, because apparently we're just having one of those days where nothing really goes right. Everybody has those days. Okay. Wait a minute. There was a deal just posted for a $50 3D printer. Are you kidding me? Screw it. I'm gonna buy a $50 3D printer because I just don't care. Give me just a second because I'm like, you know, whatever. Let's do it. I'm gonna buy a $50 3D printer. And as soon as I verify that it works, I'll put the link in the chat for you guys. Holy crap, it works. Oh man, alright, I'm gonna put this in the chat for you guys. Give me just a second here. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get a 3D printer for like literally $50. Alright, I'm gonna put this in the chat. Give me just a second. Oh man, a $50... How bad can it be? Here, I'm gonna put this in the chat. I'm gonna give you guys the code for it. $50 3D printer. Why 9 centimeters? Because we are looking at not... So it's we need 18 centimeters across, so I just wanted to mirror it across that. Give me just a second. Let me pull the coupon code for you. If you use that coupon code, it'll take that printer to be literally $50. And I'm sorry, that's a $50 3D printer, right? Like, come on. Come on now. I'm gonna do a review video on that coming up. A $50 3D printer. This thing's gotta be a real pile of garbage, but you know what? We're gonna go for it. Jeez. I don't care, it's $50. I've spent $50 on way dumber things. Oh my gosh, Allison, you are totally right. This is why I love the people that hang out with us. It needs to be 9 inches. Not centimeters! Thanks, Allison! I'm an idiot! Some days you win, some days you lose. And if you are just joining us, we are building some parts for my 3D printers here at 3D Musketeers. And it may or may not be going smoothly. But we just found a $50 3D printer, so come on, how bad can it go? And like, come on. $50? Like, just skip going out to dinner one day. And you've just bought yourself a cheap-ass 3D printer. Is it gonna suck? Probably. Am I gonna do a video about it? Definitely. Is it gonna be a Grant rant? Probably. This thing's gonna suck so bad. I just let me show it to you guys. Look at this thing. It's so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, but it comes in yellow, but it's gotta come in orange. I didn't even check. Like, does it have a heated bed? Leveling nuts. Oh man, a printer without auto leveling. So much fun. It's designed for children. Oh look, we just used all the nice, what the heck, stock photos. That's what we do here. Is it a heated bed? But do I even care? Let's see. I don't think this thing has a heated bed. Whatever. That's hilarious to me. That's even possible. A $50 3D printer. If you're in the United States and you're watching this, go buy that printer. It's $50. Who the hell cares? All right, let's get back to work. All right, that's all that we really need for the front. Let's do an extrude here. We're going to extrude back 20 millimeters. That's how thick the rods are. We're going to turn the sketch back on. And now we need to look at how deep these printers are. So, whoops. How deep is this? And how deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? Mine isn't. Oh, man. My love is all about helping people. And you guys are going to find out. I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to commit to it. Tomorrow, Friday, Grant, not tomorrow. I was compelled to film a video, and it's a little more personal than I've ever filmed before, so bear with me. I hope it doesn't sound like a diatribe. I've re-listened to it, and it sounds like a diatribe to me, but there's a very personal video that's going to come out on Friday. Hopefully. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. It could be a very personal video coming out in the next couple of days, and once it does come out, if I remember, I'll make sure to put a card in this video or something like that so you guys can take a look at it. But it's all about why I make. And I know that we've covered making in general before and why to make in general, but this one is very specifically why I make. I've avoided the subject because it's a very personal subject for me, but I decided to talk about it. And I think it's important for you guys to hear it. So that's what we're going to do. Anyways. Our depth is 42. On the Mini, it is 33. I believe that. I believe that it is that deep. So, I want to give it a little bit of extra room. I'm figuring, let's go to 45 deep. So, what I want to do, knowing that we're going to go that deep, I want to do an offset plane from there. And so, that's the front. I'm going to go 45 centimeters. Centimeters, Grant. Centimeters. 450. That's a big distance. What's 45 centimeters to inches? About 17 inches. Cool beans. Alright, so now we're going to do the exact same thing over there. But we can cheat. We can cheat. Oh, God, I love my subscribers. You guys are so great. You guys are so freaking great. If you are not subscribed to us on YouTube, go do that. What's wrong with you? Go subscribe to us on YouTube. I am going to project some stuff. I'm just going to project this whole sketch. Turn off the body so I can project the actual line from the sketch. Turn the body back on. There you go. I've got my projection. Theoretically, we could come forward with it, but that's going to lose us the space. So I'm going to go back with this as well. So let's do that too. We're going to hit extrude. And we're going to go 20 millimeters. Turn that sketch back on. I think that's a more important sketch is we're going to do an extrude. I'm going to choose this and this. We're going to extrude it to here. And instead of join, we're going to do new bodies. Because we want these all to be separate pieces because that's going to let me know what my cuts need to be. There you go. And because we don't really need to access the back, we can do a sketch on the back side, which I will do right here because it's in the middle and that makes it easier for me. I'm going to project this, and I'm going to project that, because that is what is important to me. I'm going to do a line going across here. Clearly that project didn't work. Hit that. Coincident with that. Constraints already there. Good, beautiful. Going to hit the E key for extrude. We're going to come all the way to the other side. We're going to hit a new body once again. There you go. That is going to be the main frame, I'm thinking. The top can just slide in. There's really not that much of an issue involved here. And the cool thing is my laser is 18 by 24. So viably, we can make all this work. Now, we've got a problem because, well, if we make this all out of wood, you're not going to be able to see anything. And we're YouTubers. You got to see things. So what are we going to do? The same thing that you see behind me. So really, those shelves are supposed to look like that. I'm going to go to Big Grant once again so you guys can see the difference. That's what it actually looks like in here. But it's also because I have all my lighting. So let me turn off my lighting. You can see how the lighting is in this room. Give me just 1 second. The lights that we use, and I'm going to give Philips some free stuff because this is awesome. These are the Philips Easy Control lights. Maybe I can make an affiliate link. I don't know. Let me find out. If I can make an affiliate link for those, I will. This is why I could use a team for this, but I'm going to turn off my lights. Give me just a second. Okay, so get ready, because I'm not going to leave them on for very long. This is what it actually is like in my office. See, now you can see the ambient lighting in the background. So I'm going to turn them back on because, oh my gosh, it looks terrible on video. So we've got our office lights on, and those are the Philips Easy Control. They are cheaper from Home Depot, but I'm going to put an affiliate link in there anyways because money. They're about $13 a piece. They're about $13 a piece from Home Depot. So go get them from Home Depot. But if you guys notice, the printers look like crap, and it's because of these lights. And the lights turn on. These lights are, and I'll show you the strips. They are not RGB, but they're just color temperature adjustable lights. And I guess, Grant, you should put the link to those in there as well. This is the problem of having a one-man army to do all this. So give me just a second, guys. I'm going to pull up the lights. It's got to be these. I got them both, but I got to figure out which ones I actually ended up using. I think it's these. These are the lights that we're using. So give me just 1 second here. Alright, I got that done. And Allison's saying, is that tall enough? I believe it is, so let me figure out. Really? Gosh, come on, guys. I want to go from here to here. That's 380.5, which gives us 15 inches. It should be tall enough. If it's not, it's an easy fix. Height, 15. So, yes, technically. But you know, I agree. It should probably be a little bit taller. So let's go back here. We're going to make these. You don't need much room, and because we're going to get a little bit of space from the 2020, I'm going to go to 16.25 inches. Just a little bit higher. There you go. And because it's CAD, it all just auto-updates. So, good thought. cameras? I'm confused. Did I say something wrong? Cameras. Don't know. Oh, Grant. Right. She's telling you you still have Big Grant up, you dingus. Yeah, thanks. Sorry. It's a problem. I only have 2 screens and one of them is watching the chat constantly. Oh, yes, I know. I figured it out before you sent the can't see fusion. I need, like, someone sitting next to me that's, like, running the knobs. This is a lot more work than people think, these live streams where you have face cams and all that. Anyways, alright. Our height's taken care of, we're good. So we've got our 1 cross brace. Do we want to do a bottom brace? Oh, by the way, so these all can change, right? I'm debating on just doing 1 long piece along the back, and then having pieces come down from it, because that would be stronger than a bunch of smaller pieces, but it makes modularity a big issue. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments. If you're watching this live, we are building a box for printers, and yeah, I could be doing it with the actual V slot, but it's a real pain in the ass, and I just don't feel like doing it. What we're going to do is we are going to... oh, come on, Grant. Jeez, some days this thing feels like it's reversed for me sometimes. What is going on? Oh, okay. God, there are sometimes some visual glitches that occur. I'm going to project this onto here, and actually, I'm going to do that right now. We're going to go to Modify. We're going to go to Align. We're going to grab that corner. And, we're going to select, I want, alright, we'll do that. We'll do that with, oh wait, can I pull a center from this? I can, cool. Wait, I want to pull... Oh, because they're aligned. I wonder, can I do that to... Come on, let me do it! Always, always, always capture position. Don't forget to do that, ladies and gentlemen. And so what we'll end up doing is we'll just project this. And theoretically, everything... Well, it probably won't, but oh well. Meh. Some days you win, some days you lose. Alright. So that's what a 1 meter piece would look like. And my thought is, how tall are these? Because it's like, if it's really close, you just kind of make it the 500, because that's what a cut is going to be. And you're going to be left with like, so I'll be left with like 80 millimeters. It's like 3 inches. It's not worth it. So if I bring this up to, what we would do is we would do like, you know, like 500 minus a little bit. So like 49 is 19 inches, which is more than we have. So, nope, we're going to do it this way. This way we're looking at, I'm going to give it in American, it's 16.25, we know that. It's 412.75, yep, 16 and a quarter American freedom units. Alright, so that's my basic thought that I want to do here. I'm going to have a panel that slides in, a panel that slides down. These ones will come in from the bottom. And to hold all these panels in place, should we do bottoms? I'm thinking no, because there's really not a big need for them. We can slide all this stuff in. So yeah, I mean, that's my overall idea, but we're going to do it out of 2020. So let's look about how we can make this out of 2020. This may not work, but we're going to try it anyways. I am going to do a sketch on that surface. Going to turn this on. Going to project that entire thing. I'm going to finish the sketch. Now, theoretically, all I really have to do is just do this. And up to here. There you go. There's my piece of 2020. And even further, I can bring up my first sketch. And I can go to... What body is that? Is that body 2? I'm going to remove body 2, and we're going to actually mirror... I'm going to mirror the body. So we're going to mirror body 1 across... Damn it. I can't do it across that plane. So let's do a... let me do a construction line here. Is it 200? It's 9 inches. What number is that? Let me go back here. Sorry, guys. It is 9 inches. Oh, but it's 9 inches from the center. Okay, so it's 9 inches minus 10 millimeters. Can I do it from there? No. So it is 9 inches minus 10 millimeters. Did that actually work? Holy crap, that worked. I think you just have a bottom on the front piece. I was thinking about that, which would make sense, but we can actually cheat and not need a bottom. I can use some of the scraps that we're going to have and just make a little lock-in part, right? I could smell your finger from the thumbnail. Well, that's a comment. That's a comment. Well, I'm glad. I wash my hands a lot, so it probably smells like Yardley English lavender soap. Alright, so we have our mirror plane. Let's go back and get this mirror boy taken care of. We're going to mirror the body once again, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a mirror plane, which is going to be from there. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is Bob. And that's your auntie. Are all these pieces the same length? That'd be pretty awesome if they were. 450, 412. Will 450 fit? Because if 450 will fit, it smelt like wet dog. I don't know who you are, Danger Dan, but I don't own a dog. I literally have a cat, and this is my stunt double, the Pushinosaurus. It judges me while I work, and that's what Victoria would do if she was here. She would judge me while she works. Let me see. 450 millimeters is 17. If we did this all, well, what would this back piece be? This back piece is 437 because, right, that's the 18, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to make this all out of this 2020 rail, and I guess we can kind of cheat here. I'm going to turn off... Let's find that body. We're going to turn off that body, and... body's this. Your body's 6. I'm going to turn both those off. We are going to take body 1. I'm going to copy it. We're going to paste it. But we're going to rotate it. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees, and we're going to move it up to where we want it to go. Speaking of the supervisor, she probably heard me talking about her. She just walked into the room. How are you doing, ma'am? Are you good? You gonna come up here? All right, you gonna come say hi to the folks at home? You gonna come say hi to the folks at home? Look at this cat. Ugh. There's a cat. Look at her. She's adorable. Give me a like for the cat, because she's beautiful, and we love her so much. You gonna go into your bed, honey? Come on. Let's get you into your bed. Ugh. Cat. No. Daddy's working. Okay? Daddy's working. Why, poor cat? She loves it here. She actually grew up in this business. Now what? Oh, I gotta make sure I'm not clicking on anything while she walks across my keyboard. What is it, baby doll? You just coming to check on me to make sure that I'm working and that I'm not slacking off? Like those damn union workers? It's a joke. We don't have union workers here. Cat. Come on, I'm petting the cat on a live stream. Someone give me a like for that. Stay over there, okay? Stay over there. This is where you get love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. Oh, she's going to bite me. This is my life. Alright, well, we're going to work with a cat on our lap. Let's do it! Alright, so we got our copy and pasted body. We are going to make sure that everything is aligned because I know for a fact it's not. So let's go ahead and I believe... Where are you located? Cat. It's under align. We're just going to grab that bottom face and align it to... Can we do that? We want to capture the position. Interesting, it's not going to let me do it, so I can just take a dimension. Or I can measure. So I can use the inspect tool here. I can grab from that line to that line. It's 1/4 of a millimeter. So instead, I can just come here and hit the M key. Hit... I don't know. Let's grab that center point. And I want to move it... What direction is this? That's... Okay. Z, so I want to do -0.25. Cat, you causing havoc? Nope. She's adorable, and we love her. We're starting to wonder if Grant sent you to a farm upstate. No, I didn't. So, like a lot of cats, she goes through her phases, and those phases include sleeping on my desk, sleeping in her bed, sleeping on another bed, sleeping on the couch, sitting in a window, chirping at birds. She goes through phases, and some of those phases don't involve being in here. Like right now. What is it? No. Stay in your bed. Stay in your bed. Thanks, cat. Love you too, baby doll. You know, honestly, it is a little annoying, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. She's a really great cat. And quite frankly, I'm thankful to have her because it wouldn't be the same. Just wouldn't be the same. Oh, Grant, you know what you did? When you moved it, you didn't capture position. There you go. Go back up to your bed, sweetie. So I gotta figure out what piece am I looking at. Okay, I'm looking at that one. Alright, so I gotta come down. Okay, so that should get me right where I need to be, and it does not appear that we're overlapping. Ah, crap, we are. There. Alright. So, if we do something like this where it's a setting that we didn't want to do, you can do two different things. You can delete it, or you can suppress it. So this is not in the middle of what we're doing. I'm just going to delete it. And that way, it never existed. Poof. Cat, we're on a live stream. Stop it. It's how we get demonetized. I know, Grant is just doing a lot of dumb crap instead of actually working. That's like half the fun of being a business owner. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we are going to extrude this right here to this plane. But we don't want to join. Well, we do want to join, but before we do that, we want to make sure that we turn off all the other bodies, which is, whoops. I need to turn off this body, which is body 1. And what body are you? You are body... Turn off sketch 2. That's body 4. Okay, so when we do the extrude, I want to extrude, literally the extrusion, right into body 4. But we're going to turn body 4 off so it doesn't immediately grab it. And let's see if that works, which it should. We'll turn body 1 and body 4 back on. And there you go. Whoo! AE, you got yourself a printer! Did it come in the white, indiscriminate packaging that Prusa printers come in? I know who you are, I'm not going to give out your name, but you bought a Prusa i3 Mark III S Plus. I'm scaring the cat, I'm probably yelling a little too loud. I'm sorry, Miss Kitty. My music is in my ear, so I can't hear how loud I am. But boxes from Prague are my favorite when it comes to 3D printers. Although, I'm kind of excited for this $50 3D printer, because it's going to be an absolute pile of dog crap, and I really just want to beat the crap out of it. Yep, it is. It's white shrink wrap, and it's fun. Now, you bought the fully assembled one, didn't you? I don't think you did the kit, right? I don't think that's what happened. And similarly, we can do another mirror. I forget that I don't know how loud I am. I'm home alone, so it doesn't matter how loud I am. But I forget because of the cat, and it's like, oops, I'm sorry, Miss Kitty. I know that you changed your name, so I didn't want to give out your name. I was trying not to tell people your name. I know who it is. Alright. We want body 4. What body are you? If we turn off body 10... Oh, you're gone, so it doesn't matter. Yes, you should. So I know you bought the fully assembled one, which means literally you're going to pull it out of the box, set it on a table, put the filament spool on top of it, and literally click print. I'm excited too. It's a non-trivial expenditure, right? It's expensive to buy a 3D printer right now. Cheaper than buying basically anything fun. You can get a 3D printer for less than you can get a graphics card right now. In a small chat pod, it's fine. I guess, but remember, these are live streams that get recorded. And they're up on our channel, so that's why I was being very clear not to dox you. But no one knows where you're located. They don't know your last name, so it's fine. I laugh because I had someone that applied to work with us whose name is the same name as yours, at least the first name. I'm like, I've never known anybody with that name, and I've just now met 2 people, which is kind of cool. But AE is actually one of the people that have reached out to me in an email saying, you know, I think this stuff is kind of cool, but I don't know anything about it. And do I reply to your emails? I do. I do. Alright, so let's look at what else we can do here. I worked really hard when I could have just done this the easy way, but I feel like that's kind of just, you know, my brand at this point. Working really hard so you don't have to. We'll go with that. We're going to copy and paste body 9. Can bring this all the way to here. Going to rotate it 90 degrees, which is that one. And it all just kind of depends on where it's located. It's 20 millimeters. We got to come out 20 millimeters. And there you go. That's your other body. Now, is that too long? It totally is. So let's grab... We know that's body 3. We need to do an extrude off of this. We're going to turn body 3 back on, and we're going to extrude to there. We're going to turn off body 3 again so things don't click together that shouldn't. We turn body 3 back on, and there you go. We got our top piece. Now, since we know that this is going to be the same back here, which makes sense, so I can... Oh, dude, I was doing the hard thing. I can actually do a mid-plane, so I can do a mid-plane between 2 surfaces. I can do it between here and there. Mid-plane! Haha! Grant forgot how to do things, as he always does. This is why live streams are kind of tough, because I don't necessarily have the time to, like, straight up remember. Grant should have renamed these, but he didn't. Gonna do a new body. And, we have that same mirror plane, which is fine. Oh, you know what? Can I do that? I want to select 2 bodies. I can totally do that. Cool potatoes. New bodies. I want to find out which one that is, and I want to make it go away. So, all of these bodies are now superfluous. We can now remove them. Goodbye, Mr. Bond. There's our part. And that's really all that I need to do. So we're going to end up filling these with acrylic. Now, in between the printers will be acrylic. And from this end will be acrylic, I think. I mean, okay, AE, I will tell you, open it up and do a print. Come on, you gotta do it. You just gotta. I know I couldn't wait. There's no way that I could wait. I'd be doing this thing like right now. I'd be doing it right now. I have no patience whatsoever. This is why I love Amazon. I love, love, love Amazon because it lets me do that, but it also makes me a really terrible consumer because time matters for me as a business owner. It is frustrating, but you... Do a print. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do a Benchy. They take like an hour. You can watch it while it's doing it because I believe you will want to. It should be fine. I've never had any issues with Prusas. Honestly, like, I've got 12. I've got 12 and I've never had issues with any of them, so. I don't know. I understand wanting to be safe, but I also understand the desire to not want to wait. So. It's if anything, it would be an electrical fire, so you could hit it with water. It's not the safest for an electrical fire, but, I mean, the worst thing is you get shocked. Take the... Grant, be nice. Don't tell people to do things like that. No. You can wait. It's fine. Leave it in the white packaging so you're not, like, ready to tear it open like a kid on Christmas. And so all we're gonna do here is we're gonna... God, I feel like a jerk for just, like, telling her to do it, when realistically I shouldn't. So we are going to do a pattern, which is a rectangular pattern. We're going to do bodies. We're gonna grab... that body and this one, and we want to do direction. We want to do that direction. I want to do 4. Is that right? No. Where's my music? What's going on? Oh, you're loading. Okay. Look, put your safety squints on and do it. No, Grant. The mad scientist comes out sometimes. He's like, do it. God, that hurt. That was a bad idea. Working through the pain. We actually want to do spacing on these. I don't want to be mean, so I'll be nice. We know 470. It's not right. So let me get the distance between these so we can get them to actually align up properly. 477.2. I'm gonna write that down. All right. Before we do that, let's name all these bodies because I'm gonna have an issue with it. So this is my front right. So FR. Front right vertical. That is FL vert. This is the right top. This is my left top. And the reason we're going to do this is when we go ahead and pattern it all out, it's going to get a little crazy. This is my one back piece. So, back piece. This is my back right vertical. Did I get my right and my left backwards? I think I totally did. Yep. Some days, Grant. Some friggin' days, dude. I mean, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, it doesn't matter. But it's gonna bother me if I don't fix it. This way. Now we're doing spacing. And I want 4. And I know the spacing is 477.2. Excuse me? Maybe it's 457? Yep. Yep, it's 457.2. And that is going to be the really, really generic thing. Now, we are going to put in some angle brackets and all that, but I will talk about that in another video because we basically hit an hour. Grant, you can do this. Go to GrabCAD and get the parts! Alright, I'm going to go to GrabCAD real quick. I got to log in. And I don't want you guys to see my personal email. So let's go to GrabCAD's library. And let's do a 2020 angle bracket. We're going to find one that we like. Found one that I liked. I'm going to go ahead and download the... Oh, it's a SLD part file. Cool. I'm going to download it, and we're going to go ahead and get it in here. While we're waiting for that, we are going to go ahead and save this, so we have it saved. We are coming up on our time. I'll run a little bit over, but I do have to get to an Inventors Council meeting. I have the Tampa Bay Inventors Council list tonight, of which I am on their executive board of directors. So I do like to show up when we can, and we're talking all about the P-Tab and, I don't know, inventor stuff. It's not, this one will probably not be the most interesting, or at least fun, but... Oh, don't eat those gummy bears! Don't do it. You eat them when you build the printer. When you get it running, it's in the manual. Read those instructions. They're very clear about it. Do I have to get my instructions to read it? Because I'll do it. I'll do it. Those bears matter. You gotta eat them at the right times. It's actually one thing that I love about Prusa is that their manuals are so good. They tell you when and how many bears to eat throughout the entire process. My camera screen's been flipped around the whole time. So I apologize if I've been staring at myself in the screen rather than you guys. So my bad. That's a bad habit, and bad habits die really, really hard with me. Anyways, let's see what is going on here. We've got our main pieces. Woo! Look at those. Alright, so we have our enclosure. Are we there? We're going to import into current design, and we need a bunch of these. So what we're actually going to do, I'm just going to put them in here like this for now, because I'm going to put them in before that. And I'm also going to get rid of this. So let's take a look at these angle brackets. These are actually what we have. So we have these angle brackets. Do I have any that are like easily and readily available that I can show you guys? I do. These ones are specifically for 2020. Those are 2028s, and they're fine. But they're these little, they're pot metal. And you can see, like, it's such a bad cast that it's not an actual hole. You have to, like, kind of drag that out with a screwdriver. But yeah, these are little angle brackets. These will help hold everything together. Again, this isn't load bearing, so it's really not a big deal. So let's place this thing where it matters. So we're gonna move it, and I want to move it from some position here. Let's see. Let's choose a place on the bottom. My gosh, come on, guys. There. All right. Crap, wrong part. Dang it, Bobby. Oh, right, because this isn't a body, it's a component. You dingus. You big dingus. Just grab a corner. Grab a friggin' corner. This is literally the hardest part about fusions when you have to move something like this. Alright, I got it from an area that I want. So we know that this is going to end up turning like this, so we'll bring it all the way up. We're going to bring it out here. And that's probably, well, I mean, I can be really picky and try to get it lined up, but I'd rather just do that. Because, ooh, did I capture position on that move? Probably not. But that's okay, because we're going to do an align. We're going to go from here to here. We're going to capture this position, and we're also going to go from here, oh, whoops, to here. Can I do that? I can. Cool. How's it going? I see red/H join us. That is Peter Sassaman. Peter actually was on our podcast. So, Peter, if you want, drop a link to your episode of the podcast in YouTube right now, so everyone that is watching, go and watch your episode, because it was actually a pretty good one. We hung out with Peter, we hung out with Alan, and we talked all about things that I just don't understand. It'll never get hot enough here in the UK for the Bears to be at risk. Well, Allison, I will tell you, it was a high of 96 degrees Fahrenheit, and let me get that out of degrees Frankenstein and put it into dungarees science, which is an AVE thing. So let's do 96 F to C. It was 35.5 degrees centigrade here today. Boy, howdy, it's hot in Florida. Alrighty. Let's do... I'm gonna... Really, one of these should be in basically every corner. But funny enough, we should be able to do basically all of this right from the mirroring. So I'm going to mirror the component, which is this. I'm going to mirror it across that plane, which should bring it over to there. Cool. I'm going to do this one more time. So we're going to mirror components. I'm going to select this and this across that plane. Okay, we've got it. Now we want to add some more there. I think you guys can figure out what I'm doing. Yeah, hot. It's like 86, 87 degrees in my office. It's basically 30 C in my office right now. Really, the manual that comes with the assembled printer seems silent on the gummy bears. I don't know. I believe you're supposed to eat them after your first print. I'm just saying. Pretty sure you're supposed to save them until your last print. Basically, you bought a $1,000 bag of Haribo gummy bears, and it came with a free 3D printer. Let's be real with ourselves. Alright, well, I'm just going to do this again, because I want to do it. So, I'm going to grab this one, C and V. That's control, copy, paste. So, move that 90. Move this out by 20. Move it over by 20. Is that good enough? Not really, actually. Huh. Really? I mean, whatever. That's, like, close enough. You guys know it's close enough, alright? It's close enough. We'll do one last mirror. Yeah, do them on the top, too. Jeez. Come on, Grant. Get your game together, homie. Mirror that across that. Okay. 46 degrees Fahrenheit? Dude, that's like almost nice. And yes, Red/Ace, we talked about the Smell-O-Vision haptic gloves and piezo bed leveling on that stream we did. It was fun. I didn't know what I was doing, but it was fun. That is not a very stream-appropriate song. I'm gonna go back to what everybody loves. Some Crab Rave. And I don't know why it became a thing, but I guess it's like, it's a meme. Crab Rave is now a meme. I don't know. We're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna grab a component. I'm gonna CV it. We're gonna move it out 20. Going to rotate it up. Then we're gonna move it up another 20. And that should be where that belongs. Which means we can go again and do our mirror. Gonna grab that component. We're gonna mirror it across that plane. There. Now I'm done. Nice and simple. It doesn't have to be crazy to be good, right? And then now all we have to do is we come back here. We do our project, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to add some more objects on. So they all move too. So, ooh, can we do it? No. Is this going to work? Oh no. Oh, we're mad. We're mad. Fusion is mad, ladies and gentlemen. Did it work? Kind of. Oh, man. She is sluggish. Alright. Alright, we're just gonna do the bodies. We'll end up doing another one. Alright, that's fine. It won't, because the cool thing is we have a laser cutter. Allison asked if this is going to impede on the acrylic fitting, and the answer is no, it won't, because we have a laser cutter, and we can literally design the piece of acrylic to fit around this part. So no, it actually won't. If I wanted to, it could even come in here and around the screws. I'm not going to go that crazy. We'll have it just follow this path. So when we design it, that'll be how it fits in. So no, it won't. And it's actually really cool that we can do that. I will probably make like a specific channel video about all the acrylic that we're doing, but that's what they're going to look like. I don't have the shelving that we use here built out, so... And I'm not going to take that time because ain't nobody got time for that. I wouldn't call it genius. I'd call it using my my resources. Now, what one could do is they could just basically cut it at a 45 degree, and yeah, you'd have a little bit of air hole. But the idea here is not to have a fully sealed enclosure. If we wanted that, we could do it, but that's not really what we're going to do. We'll have the same problem up here too. So this panel will actually have to be put in before everything is fully assembled. And this panel is actually going to come all the way to like this edge, so it blocks as much as possible. And likely it's going to have a little U cut out so we can feed filament in. But the idea is to actually keep the draft and the air out and some of the heat from the printer in. So like, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to go to Big Grant real quick so you can see what's going on here. We're going to go to Big Grant. I'm going to drag you up to this printer. So this is our Fusion 3 F410. We are actually resellers of this printer. So if you are interested in a $5,000 3D printer, let me know and I'll be happy to hook you guys up. It's got a lovely, where's my hand? It's got over here, Grant. No, come on back. Go up. It's got a safety dinosaur. Point at the damn safety dinosaur. It's really hard to do that. There's a safety dinosaur. You can see it. You know what I'm trying to say. It's a safety dinosaur. Up there somewhere. There's a dinosaur. Toy dinosaur. Also, for those that don't know, Hope, Brad's dog. Brad's dog sits right up above. Damn it, Grant. Hope is up there. I promise you. She's on the top of the printer. But work with me here. If you guys notice, this printer has an acrylic enclosure. And where's my hand? This is actually really, really tough to do. Pull it back toward me. There's an opening there, and it's not fully sealed, right? All those seals, they're not seals. It's just butting up pieces against each other. And there is a fan inside of it as well, and that fan helps remove some of the heat. Now, we're running a high-temp material, so we've actually physically turned off that fan. So we don't have to worry about that. But, yeah. We're basically trying to emulate that, because ultimately that system works really, really well. And I like it. And it allows us to print high-temp materials like ABS without it warping. And that's worth a lot. And yes, you can just go get Tupperware containers. Like, I have a big tote that fits over top of a Mini. And that's what I've been using to do my high-temp Mini 3D printing. But we don't have one that is really custom-made. And, well, I've got a bunch of 2020 laying around, so it makes sense to do it this way. What we can do is we can actually come in here and we can do our math. And we can figure out how much material we actually need. So we have... how many of these verticals? 412.75. So I'm going to open this up. 412.75 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 10. Crap, I don't have enough material. So it is times 10. I know I don't have enough material. Dang. This is 450 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 450 times 5. And we've got these here, which are 437.2 times 5. And if we get our handy-dandy phone for our calculator, because, oh, you're never going to have phones in your pockets. No, you totally do. 412.75 times 10 plus 450 times 5 plus 437.2 times 5. Oh, I'm gonna have enough! It's 563.5 plus all the kerf cutting and all that. We've got it. I've got 10 meters to play with, so got enough. Got enough. Cool beans. I'm excited. So there are all the numbers. So that's what we need, and that comes out to... It's going to be fun. I actually might have enough left over, so it's 8563.5. Now, of course, the thing is here that there's really no way to fit more than 2 of these onto a 1 meter section, so I actually probably... How many pieces do I need? I need 5 for this, and I need 5 for those, yeah. I'm going to use all of my pieces, but I'm going to end up with scrap left over. It is what it is. We'll use it in other places, or it will just end up being donated, so we'll see. But to give you guys an idea, you can actually go to... Let me see, do I have a random window open? I do. You can go to Xialtech to buy your materials, and I'm sorry, Allison, it is really only for US. I'll see if I can get some good, people from the UK, but if we go over to Xialtech and we look up like 1000 millimeter, I know they make this in I know they make it in big packs, so let's do sort by... Is it ascending that I want? Go away, Xialtech. Cool, your website's broken. I'll find it. Let's do 2020 pack. I know you sell it because I've bought them before. Is this V-slot or T-slot? That's T-slot. You can use T-slot too. But if we look at the straight aluminum, it's $65. And that's 20 times 500, so it's still the 10 meter. I bought the 10 meter pack. It's, look, they're $7 a piece. So I'm going to build this entire thing for not all that much. So the 10 pack... Where's my 10 pack V-Groove? Here. Oh, but that's all black. Let's see. Guess I can also do this. V-Groove. That's getting better, I guess. Oh, they also make 40/40, which is cool. Alright, there it is. So, if we add this to cart, I got some other stuff in my cart, but let's view and edit the cart. Hopefully, if it shows things I don't want people to see. Nope, it doesn't. Go away, honey. You know what? Let me do this in an incognito window so that I can show you guys without it really affecting my order from them right now. Add this to cart. We're going to proceed to checkout. Go away. I hate that part of your website. If we use code 3DM, takes $10 off the price. And, well, I'm going to continue as a guest. Oh, whatever. Whatever. I don't care. It's going to knock $10 off that price using our coupon code 3DM. So, if you're in the US and you are looking to get stuff from Xialtech, and that could be filament, it could be basically anything, make sure you use code 3DM for 15% off of your entire order. And you can get 10 meters of 2020 V-slot for like $55. Plus shipping, of course. And that is not friggin' bad. Thank you guys for hanging out on this live stream. I hope that you enjoyed it. We built our printer enclosures, and what I'll do is I'm going to make a channel video about doing all the acrylic for it, because that is a little bit more in depth and it requires me to go back and forth through a lot of programs. So you'll see it in an upcoming build video that we're going to be working on here at 3D Musketeers. But until then, stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones, and as always, keep making awesome. I'll see you later. Wow, that music timing was friggin' perfect. See you guys.
Yes, you're very quite tough, always having bad luck. You think you're going crazy, look up, there's a new life waiting. Your head's buried in the sand, you've been dealt the wrong hand. Can't imagine how you feel, only you know that it's real. Don't look back, just carry on, carry on, carry on. Don't look back, just carry on, carry on, carry on. Because you are stronger. Yes, you are stronger. Because you are stronger. Yes, you are stronger. Yes, you're very quite tough, always having bad luck. You think you're going crazy, look up, there's a new life waiting. Your head's buried in the sand, you've been dealt the wrong hand. Can't imagine how you feel, only you know that it's real. Don't look back, just carry on, carry on, carry on. Don't look back, just carry on.